For more now, we bring in Christopher Dickey. He is the Paris bureau chief for Newsweek and the Daily Beast. His print interview, the exclusive print interview with Nafissatou Diallo, is running today. Also joining us, GMA legal analyst Dan Abrams. Good to have you both here for this discussion. And Christopher, you had quite a bit of time that you spent with Nafi. Right? Just your overall impressions.
My overall impression is that when she talks about the alleged incident, she's very convincing. When she's talking about some aspects of her past, it seems a little vague. She seems to be fishing around for what to say. But on balance, I found her a convincing witness.
And did she also, with you, continue to say, I didn't want to lose my job?
Absolutely. I mean, I think you have to sort of see what she's saying in the context of her fear about losing her job. She comes from a poor village in a very poor country. She got to the United States through whatever means. She managed to get this job. She's making upwards of $45,000 a year. She's trying to raise her child, her 15-year-old daughter, by herself. If she loses that job, everything could collapse. So as a point of coercion, fear of losing her job, I think the whole incident turns on that.
Yeah, and Dan, this is highly unusual to come forward like this, and Strauss-Kahn's attorneys are not pleased whatsoever, and they released a statement that says, in part, Ms. Diallo is the first accuser in history to conduct a media campaign to persuade a prosecutor to pursue charges against a person whom wants money. Her lawyers know that her claim for money suffers from that fatal blow when the criminal charges are dismissed, as they must be.
Well, I don't know if it'll be a fatal blow. I mean, there would be still a civil case to move forward. But this is a one-of-a-kind situation where you have an accuser in a sexual assault case coming forward as the prosecutor's making the decision whether to move forward. What makes this so unusual is that the prosecutors made it pretty clear that they aren't going to move forward. I mean, they believe, according to a letter that they sent to the defense, that she lied to the grand jury, and she lied, maybe more importantly, to them in the context of this investigation. By sending that letter to the defense team, they are making it very clear we don't intend to move forward with this case. And so her lawyers may have simply felt that they had no other choice to keep this case alive other than to put enormous political public pressure on the prosecutor to move forward.
And the prosecution is saying we are not going to comment on a pending case. And you're right about the letter. And I saw the letter that was sent to the judge and to the defense attorneys and some of the inconsistencies. And part of it is what happened or did not happen after the attack, Christopher, and going back to work as she did.
Yeah, there are two questions in that letter that are raised. One is about things she did before this incident, her tax returns, her asylum request. But there's only one inconsistency that they talk about that has to do with the incident itself. When it says in the letter that she went and she cleaned another room, and then she came back to the room where the incident took place. Well, she didn't go in. We know now that she didn't go and clean that other room. She was in there for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, just picking up her things to take to the room where the incident happened.
Again, we can read your full account in Newsweek and the Daily Beast. And August 1st is the next court date?
The next hearing, yep.
All right, Dan, Christopher, thank you very much. And we'll have much more of this tomorrow on GMA and on a special edition of Nightline tomorrow night, going into great detail into what she claims happened in room 2806.